Hey guys, so in the last video we have added our account screen. Here we have completed this part, adding this grid, and today's video we are going to continue with that, uh, and we will be adding the remaining one, the last transaction and this cards and all. So without further ado, let's get started. So we have the account screen here, and this is the account grid. In the same way, I'll replicate this, and here this card, since we already have the cards here, so this card list view, sorry, this card slider here. So it's the same thing, it just instead of my cards it is my card. So what I will do is I'll just copy this and I'll just put it there. I'll import the barrel file, and yeah, we will have error because it doesn't have any height defined. So I'll just here the const then height, I'll make it 300. That should bring the cards here. I can actually go with a lesser one. Yes, so we have it here. And yeah, this is the advantage of having uh, a reusable widgets. So when you look at the design, you can think of separating them into their own, like how I have separated the cards here, and that way it can be reused in other place. uh, and yeah, sometimes it is not possible to have a perfect plan, because uh, there will be slight difference in design, or instead of slider it might be something else like a grid or something, or it can be just a plain list view, but still to some extent you should be able to do it. So we have added the cards. Now we will add this one last transaction. So we'll go to transactions here, presentation. We have recent transactions already. There is a transaction list here. So this is what we had. So this is what it is, which is actually the same, except that we have icons here, and I'm not going to add any icons, so I'll just take this widget itself and put it there. So for that, since we have the transaction list here, I'll just copy this one first, have a height, then have a transaction list, I'll import it, then transactions list is a variable. Yes, you have it here. And we have this last transaction. So what I'll do is I'll create one more get here, or it's better that I just copy and paste it, then rename this to last transaction. I don't need it here. I can just import it from recent transactions. Instead of this, I'll say last transaction, and there you have it. And there is no spacing here. I can just add a sliver padding. Yeah, top is also fine. Okay, we have recent transactions, and if you see, there is no padding, right? So there is no much space, and there is no padding key here, parameter here on the custom scroll view. So I'll just do this one here. And this one you can have a different physics. So what it basically does is it changes how it is called. So now it is bouncing, um, right? And if you have never scroll physics, whenever you don't want something to scroll, see, now it is not scrolling at all. This scrolls because it has its own scroll, um, and this one doesn't. So now account grid, if you see, there is a scroll, right? So this grid view will disable the scroll. See, now it is not scrolling. And on iOS by default it will have bouncing scroll physics, um, that that will make the UI jump bounce like this. Then the other physics which you can have is clamping scroll physics. So this will let you scroll, but it doesn't let you bounce. It will just clamps like this, right? So this is how it will be in Android. And you can, if you look for physics, you can search. There's a fixed extend scroll physics, and you can extend this and create your own to your needs. But yeah, we are not going to write it anyway, but just remember that you have so those are the different ways you can control the scroll and disable the scroll. So we have this one, so I'll just move it here, and leave it here. this I should move it here. Okay, next we have this debit credit overview. Again we need to look at the flutter charts FL chart library. So here it is. This is no, not this one, but this one. We want this one, so we'll look at the source code. What is it called? Debit credit overview. We'll put this inside the analytics presentation. So in the account screen, I'll add this one and then I'll get the debit credit overview widget here. Before that, I'll export it. Debit credit overview. Then I will import here. I have this. Just add since I have the container here, I can just have this padding here itself, right? Okay. Instead of padding, I'll add the margin. Okay, this is good. Then now we'll get to work here. So we have this one. We will add a column. Then we'll have children. Then we'll add the title here, debit and credit overview. Then as usual we'll add a cross alignment start. Then the style will be bold and the chart, we'll go here. We have this bar chart. So this is the grid data. This is just a setting. Okay. This everything comes in bar chart data. This is not a positional argument. This is max. This is styles data. Okay, like we did with other widgets, they have this bottom tiles. First we'll copy this as it is, then we'll look for changes. Then this is the showing bar groups. I'll have it as an empty column, empty array for now. So there will be an error, so we'll have it as expanded. If you see now, the lines have appeared here. We just have to make the data now. Okay. So we need a list, right? So this will be called debit credit list dot dart. Okay. First we will create a domain here. I'll just call it credit debit dot dart. I'll copy over. So we just need the value and the days. That means date. So this should be good. We'll call it debit credit. We have an ID, amount and date. So yeah, okay. Okay, this is list of that. We'll import it. In 2021 we'll make it 2024. Okay, we have this is fine, but what we have missed is whether it is a debit or credit, and also debit amount and credit amount. So uh, and how I'm visualizing this is on a particular date, what is the debit and what is the credit, instead of having like type um, debit or credit like that. So we will have a debit amount and credit amounts. Okay, this is fine. We'll have some value like say 100, debit 200, 800, 300, 500, 100, 1200. Then 300, 200, 100. We'll go with like 600. Here the credit was so I'm not going with any realistic numbers or anything. I'm just going just like that, 400, and here we'll make it 200. Okay, we have this list. We'll